Hello, I'm Trey Sullivan, coming to you from the LG Digital Studio at Georgetown University's School of Continuing Studies. In focus, the Washington Ballet. I'm joined by Alex Pappajohn, Bachelor of Arts and Liberal Studies student and Washington Ballet dancer. Can you walk us through what led you to complete your bachelor's degree and then eventually what led you to this program?
Well, I've always valued education and what it can give you, in terms of just enriching your life and the way you think about things and giving you options in the workforce. So I knew that I wanted to go to college while I was dancing. I just didn't know, when or where. So when I found out about Georgetown SCS, I just kind of thought, there's no downside in applying and see what happens. And it's been great.
Awesome. Thank you. So you're a very busy person. Obviously, anybody who knows anything about professional ballet knows that you guys have demanding rehearsal schedules, demanding performance schedules. And one of the reasons why you came to this program, like a lot of people, is because of our course schedule, that we have classes in the evenings, sometimes on the weekend, we have online classes.
Yeah.
And it exists for people like you who are occupied during the day. We have our classes at night or online. Considering that you've only taken online classes because they've been best for your schedule, talk to us about your experience with the professors and then your fellow classmates. What's the engagement been like?
Well, at first, I have to say I was definitely a little skeptical because I'd never done online classes. I'd only done in-school classes, and I was definitely a little suspicious on how it was going to go, but I would say the website, the portal, is really well set up. It's really organized, and you can navigate it really easily.
For each class?
Yeah, for each class. There's not much clutter, just in general the way it's set up is really great. So that makes it easy, and then also just the way each course is administered by the professors. Discussions and the way they grade each assignment. It's just really engaged, and all the classmates I've had have, been just as engaged, if not more engaged, than the classmates I've had in school in-school classes.
In-person classes.
Yeah, so it's just really been great, and the professor's been really responsive, and it's honestly it's been kind of the same, if not more engaging than being in school.
That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. And I imagine for somebody like you who you're totally occupied during the day and focused on your art, it would be necessary to have a professor who is reaching out to you and who's engaging with you to kind of keep you, into the course material.
Yeah, I mean, the way they grade the assignments and the discussion boards with the classmates, it's really clear that everyone's really invested and engaged. You don't feel like anyone's just kind of winging it or doing the minimum amount of work. Everyone's really engaged.
You're there because you want to be there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. So to continue, is there a course or topic in the liberal studies program that you've studied that has significantly influenced your art?
I mean, in a liberal studies degree, you learn so much and a wide variety of materials that I would say absolutely, and there's just so much to talk about there. Everything you learn kind of applies to all aspects of your life, really, and it kind of broadens your perspective and gives you a different view of things that you just wouldn't get if you were just operating in your profession all day, and it just kind of educates you about everything else and gives your life a lot of color, I would say.
That's beautiful. Life a lot of color. I like that.
Yeah.
And I imagine it influences your self-awareness, like the way that you think about yourself and how you interact with other people and the world around you.
Yeah, absolutely. You just you just think about things differently, and you're exposed to more things. So.
Lovely. Thank you. So I would imagine that there are thousands, maybe hundreds, if not thousands of dancers out there like you who are considering starting or maybe completing their bachelor's degree. What kind of advice or encouragement would you give them now that you're enrolled in this program?
I would say that if you can, you absolutely should. If you can get a degree and apply, and you know, there's really no downside to applying. You just so you should. And you know, ballet, I think it's important to be aware that ballet is really specific and narrowly focused, and that the skills that you develop and that you practice all day at work are not really applicable to just the workforce in general. And so if you wanna, or if you're thinking about doing something else, or expanding your options, getting a degree can really help with that. And not only can it just help with creating options in the workforce, but it just, you know, it really kind of elevates and exposes you to different things and how you think about things. So I would say that if you can and you want to explore different options, you absolutely should, because ballet is very specific. So.
Lovely. That's very well said. Thank you. So, Alex, I'm so thankful that you were able to join us today. Thank you. I'm sure that your insights and perspective are going to be a source of strength for anybody who's interested in starting a bachelor's degree or who's thinking about completing their bachelor's degree.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you. And thanks to everyone out there for watching. Stay tuned for more from the LG studio at Georgetown SCS.